Hi guys, hopefully I'm gonna be putting this on YouTube, show you guys some Utah style shooting. I'm out on West Mountain, and as you can see, I have to deal with this kind of crap, aka snow, and it's kind of cold. But I came up here and found a nice treat of like 40, 50 pumpkins all over the place, and I figured that I would show you some pumpkin shooting with my new Smith&Wesson M&P 9 Pro Series. If you can see that a little bit. It's 5-inch barrel, fiber optic front sight, just plain black rear sights. I kind of wish it had some serrations on there, but it doesn't. But let's shoot some pumpkins. If I can aim and do the camera at the same time, I don't know. Let's see. Kind of freaking hard to do that through the camera, but pretty fucking awesome gun. I suggest anyone looking for a new competition gun, range gun, plinking gun, anything, gets one of these. It's only about $150 more than the original M&P 9, which I also have because I'm a gun freak and I like to buy basically two of the same gun. I'll do a little bit of an overview of this gun. Okay, I said I was going to review this gun on the last video and I accidentally pressed the stop button. I'm doing all this on my camera phone, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Anyways, here's what it comes with. You've got your small grip insert, which is way too small for me, medium, which I can use, but I prefer to have the big fat ass one on there. And the difference is this swell right in here is a lot bigger, and it also has this little tail that comes up onto the beaver tail, and that just gets your hand just a little bit further away, further back on the trigger. As you can see, my finger pad goes right on there with this, and with the small it's like in there like that, which under speed you don't want it to be able to go any further than that, because otherwise you'll eventually work in there and start jerking your trigger. The difference between this gun and the regular M&P is the barrel, fiber optic sight, length of the slide. You can see all that. They also make a Pro Series with the 4 .25-inch barrel, which is the regular size. And the main thing on the M&P Pro Series is the trigger is a lot better. The reset is about right there instead of out here. And I believe the trigger pull is like just over 4 pounds factory. It feels like even less to me. I personally have already put an Apex Tactical Specialties RAM in this, just because the M&P does have kind of a weak reset. But it really doesn't need it. You get 2 17 round mags. These are really nice mags. I haven't had a single problem with them. I shot an handgun / I-Core match with my standard M&P and didn't even lube my gun before I went out and shot it, and went through the entire 300 rounds or so. I used 300 rounds in the entire competition and didn't have a single malfunction in any way with the guns or the magazines. And I've also bought 2 factory magazines. These were, I think, $24.99 or something like that. They're the exact same ones that you get with the gun. Honestly, I would say, personally, to me, if you're a Glock 34, 35 fan, or any kind of gun fan, you will love this gun. There's nothing about it that is bad. It's amazing. I was kind of skeptical about the slide length, like the slide to frame fit is tight, but inside there's only one little slide back here and one little slide up in here. But that just lends itself to ultra reliability. I would say this stands up to a Glock any day. I personally am not a very big Glock fan. I hate the grips, I hate the blockiness, but I do admit they shoot through anything. But if I had the guts to throw this one in this mud puddle out here and shoot it, I have confidence that it would still shoot. Whether all you Glock fans out there would believe that, I don't know, but I would bet my life on this gun for sure, personally. And I think it's just a lot cooler looking gun and a way better feeling gun, especially with the back straps that you can switch out. It takes like 2 seconds to switch the mag release to the left side. Also, you have ambidextrous slide releases just from factory automatically. And you can get a version with the safety, but who wants that? Not me. Makes it snag when you're trying to get it out during competition and whatever. And also, if you're carrying it, it makes the gun like a ½ an inch wider, which sucks. Yeah, that's basically it. I would recommend this gun to anyone. And as you can see, that front fiber optic sight is super bright in the daylight. I was looking at it at my house last night, and even in the dark I could still see that. It was impossible to see the rear sight, of course, but in a self-defense situation at 7 yards, I don't even think you'd need to see the rear sight. You could just pop this right up and bam, you're good. And that's not really the set use for this gun. I don't think you could use it as a home defense, self-defense gun. It's a little bit long for carry, but I know people carry full-size 1911s all the time, and this would, you know, fit that role. It's lighter than a full-size 1911. It's not the lightest polymer gun on earth, but for the main use that this is designed for, which is competition target shooting, it's perfect. There's a lot of good muzzle weight, so you get really minimal muzzle rise when you shoot. I mean, I could shoot this almost as quick as my Ruger 22 Mark III. It's like that low of recoil. The one thing I've noticed about this gun is when you've got the slide lock back, to just press this down on this 5-inch version, I believe because the recoil spring is a lot longer than the standard version, it's kind of hard to press. It's got a lot of pressure on there, and it takes a really pretty good jam on that button to get it to go down. And I'm kind of wondering how that's going to work when I try to compete. I'll probably just do my standard tap rack thing where I slam the magazine in and I just go over with my left hand over the top and rack it instead of even bothering with this. I think that's a faster way, and you can get better consistency doing just one way always. I think that's about it. I just wanted to show you my new gun, let you see where I shoot. By the way, I'm in Utah, and this is the scenery that we have. Snowy freaking mountains all over. I live down in that valley.